See? And your little American flag, America. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. I am sitting in a 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and this one is the Trailhawk. If you are on the market for something that has Wrangler vibes and has the true Jeep heritage where you feel like you have an off-road machine, but you don't necessarily want a Wrangler, you want something cooler, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for saying this is cooler than a Wrangler, and that's okay. I don't need removable doors, and I want a little bit more luxury sprinkled on my Wrangler package. So here it is, the Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. So I want to start off by saying that a lot of what the Trailhawk So I want to start off by saying what the Trailhawk has to offer is more than just an appearance package. You would think just looking at it that, oh, here we go, another one of these graphics packages that just adds a little bit of the look of the off-road, but it really doesn't have all that much. If the meaty tires don't tell you this has more to offer than just graphics, well, I'm here to tell you today that if you do want to get adventurous, this thing is ready to go. On one of my last videos, I did a 4Runner trail, and I was told that I didn't go over the off-road goodies, even though it only has 4-wheel drive, but this has a lot more than that, so we'll talk about those things. But let's talk specs first. Under the hood for the 2022 is going to be a 3.6 liter V6 that makes 290 horsepower and just around 260 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 is about 7.7 seconds. Just expect that with these tires, speed is not the mission here. And there is one last engine option I forgot to talk about, and it's the 5.7 liter V8. I can't remember this commenter's name, but I'm going to start off with humoring him because he felt the need to remind me that I am someone who has never been into the woods. And I don't know why that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I don't camp, I don't go off-road. But you know what? I enjoy cars and I enjoy all they have to offer, and I understand that most people don't do anything crazy adventurous. And so here I am talking about what the all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive capabilities of this are. So let's go. So the first thing that you're going to get is Jeep's Quadra Drive 2 system, which allows you to have several different drive modes, which include rock, sand, mud, snow, auto, and sport. There you go. The next thing that you're going to get is an electronically controlled limited slip differential. If you know what that means, please go ahead and leave a comment in the sections down below and let me know how you feel about electronically controlled limited slip differentials. Next on the list is you will have the ability to disconnect your sway bar. And then you're going to have your off-road pages here. So we click that. Ooh, off-road goodies. Sway bar is connected, and look, so there's your sway bar. Oh, okay, so it's all starting to come together now. Sway bar right there. Transfer case is unlocked. Rear axle locker is unlocked. It even has the breadcrumbs, so you can leave a little trail whenever you go on a path that's not already paved. You can just leave little breadcrumbs and follow your way back. Gauges, coolant temp, oil pressure, all of that. It's right there. Pitch and roll, so you can see all of that pitch and roll goodness. Whoa, look at that animation. What is this? Suspension. Ooh, we're an arrow right now. Forward facing camera, another shortcut for that. But yeah, pretty awesome. This next one, the adjustable air suspension. I love this. I love it for the luxury, but most people who go off-road will love this for the ground clearance. So what that means is the highest suspension of this will give you 11.3 inches of ground clearance, and that means that Jeep says this is capable of driving through 24 inches of water. That's a lot of inches. And the last couple things are going to be the tow hooks up front, which are for pulling you out of things or pulling things out of things. And then on top of that, you're going to have these beefy all-terrain tires, which I will talk about whenever I hop on the outside. But yeah, it has a lot of off-road capability. At least you know if you're shopping for one of these, you have those things. So hopefully that commenter is happy with the things that this has to offer. I'm going to hop on the outside, take you guys on a walk around, hop on the inside, show you some of the cool things. And what I love about this is the inside of this does not seem like it belongs off the road, and the outside of this doesn't look like it belongs on the road. So it's a very interesting vehicle you have here, and it's one of my favorites. And if it wasn't, you know, $65,000 for a V8 version, I would gladly have one of these over a Wrangler. But Americans love their Wranglers. The world loves the Wrangler, I think. So, you know, here I am, just being a loyal, faithful Grand Cherokee owner and hoping that the Grand Cherokee gets as much love as the Wrangler one day because it's badass and cool. So if you drive one of these and you're looking for one of these, just know LJ thinks that you are just a little bit above Wrangler owners. So here we are on the outside. You can tell by the graphics that this is pretty cool. So you've got your Trailhawk decal on the hood, and then on top of that you've got the red tow hooks, and then you're gonna have your fog lights and these cool daytime running lights, LED headlights, all of that good stuff. Now take a look at these knobby tires. These are gonna be 265/60/18s Goodyear Wranglers, and if I know anything about off-roading, I know that these are great tires. So good wheels, good tires, good suspension. I mean, what else could you ask for? All right, so I've got this in its lowest suspension setting right now. You can see it's got about this much height, and I'll stand next to it. See? Now I'll raise it all the way up. All right, so this is where my phone is before, and it's got it right over the O for the good in Goodyear, and I'll be back. It's my phone right on top of the O, and look how much clearance you have. Yeah, that's huge. Now we're back to the tour. You're gonna see that you got your trail rated 4x4 badge. Lets you know this thing is fully capable, fully able, and ready to go off-road. You're gonna have your black side mirrors, very nice touch. Grand Cherokee badge right there, and your little American flag, America. And before we get any further, I just want to give a special shout out. All right, and before I get any further, I want to give a special thanks to Jeff Wyler, Jeep Dodge Chrysler over here in Springfield, Ohio. I always forget where I am. I film so many different places, but these guys are awesome. If you're in the area, be sure to stop in and ask for Jordy. And here I have the key. You guys can take a look. Pretty cool little key. It says Jeep on the back, but it does have your lock, your unlock, your remote start, and then you can release the trunk. So here we are on the back side, so you can see the whole cargo area. I'll give you guys a little pan of that in a little bit, but there's really not much to talk about. You've got plenty of storage space. I've got this box, and it should show you some size of things, but yeah, plenty of space, plenty of cargo capacity. Yeah. Under here, you're gonna have a full-size spare and a couple little cubby compartments to hide everything. Back here, you do notice that you have one little red tow hook, which is a nice little touch to have. And then with the seats folded flat, I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, so now we've got the seats folded flat. You can see it's got plenty of cargo space and plenty of space for, I don't know, what do people do when they camp? They can put a bed back here, maybe something. All right, so I'm sitting in the back seat. I'm 5'9", sitting comfortably back here. This seat is set for someone probably about 6'2", 6'3", and I'd say they'd be pretty fine in this seat. But otherwise, I got plenty of room, no complaints. Materials are great. You got this nice little cutout insert where it's kind of like an Alcantara suede. Feels really nice against this leather. So, I mean, these seats are sharp. And then on the windows themselves, you're gonna have these little shades. So you can put your little hater blockers up. And you've got one on both sides of the window, so pretty nice. And then other than that, good materials. Down here, you're gonna have heated seats and then charge ports galore. So lots of places to charge things. And then in the back, place for your maps when you're in the woods. The only thing is I forgot to put this back into normal entry-exit mode or regular driving suspension, and it's pretty high up here. On the back, you're gonna notice that you've got your red and black Jeep emblem. What they've did with this redesign is everything is nice and thin, so they're going with that whole LED, you know, minimalist look that's kind of in right now. And you're gonna have your Trailhawk badge, but otherwise back here, there isn't too much to talk about. You have a camera here and then something cool here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, and this is what everything looks like from the driver's perspective. You got a pretty nice cockpit up here. Yes, I said the word cockpit. But up front, you got these digital gauges. I like these a lot. They're pretty much minimalist, and you can do a little bit of customizing on them to see all the key information that you need to see. And if you're curious about the gas mileage, you're gonna have 19 city and about 26 highway. If you're someone who loves sound, they've got you covered with an Alpine sound system. On the steering wheel, everything is pretty self-explanatory. Couple buttons here that people might not know. You've got your radar cruise control there, so you can set all of that. On the back, since you've got an 8-speed automatic transmission, you're gonna have these nice little paddle shifters. You're gonna get push start, of course. And then let's talk about this screen. There's a lot of different things that you can do in here. So we're at the home screen. You can add different widgets. So let's click on that. Let's say I want to make a little shortcut here for climate. I can do just that. All right, so I went ahead and I removed that. So you're at this home screen. What I love about this Uconnect system is, let's say you want to adjust your seats. You can click here and do everything for your heated seats, ventilated seats, and then you can adjust your temperature with this little slider. So that's cool. But if you don't like those buttons, you can go down here and you have little physical buttons that you're able to use to adjust your climate. Something else that I want to point out in here, there's a lot of different features, but I'm going to try to hit some of my favorites. We'll go into comfort setting. You got a shortcut right there, so straight to all of this, and you can adjust all your vents, everything with the easy touch of a button. Then you've got your navigation system here. Oh, look, a Beechel. Then if you go to vehicle, this is where you'll have some more controls, so you can go to like your rear view camera, see all of that. A couple different camera options here, top down, but nothing too crazy. Forward facing camera for when you're on the trails. Surround camera. Boop, boop, boop. All different camera views. All right, then up top, you're gonna have your auto stop start. You're gonna have your lane departure warning, your traction control, parking sensors, and then your hazard light. Moving below the screen, like I said, physical buttons for everything. Cooled seats, heated seats, and then automatic climate controls, dual climate control, quick little screen off button if you wanna, well, maybe not. Oh, now let's do it. There you go. Then moving down, you're gonna have this little storage area, which does have a little wireless charge pad and a couple different USB ports right there for your pleasure. This is where you're gonna have your shifter for your four-wheel drive modes. So like I said, rock, sand, mud, snow, auto, sport. This is your shifter, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then this is how you adjust your air suspension. And you can go into all the way to entry, exit. This is normal mode, and then this is aero mode. Then you have off-road 1 and off-road 2. For extra four-wheel drive goodness, you have four-wheel drive low right there. And then this is where you would disconnect your sway bar. You're gonna have cup holders right there. LJ, what are you doing? You forgot to talk about driver and safety assistance features. Well, you're gonna have everything from lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic control warnings, adaptive cruise control, even a head-up display and night vision if you so wanted. Then inside of here is where you'll have your center console. You can pop this up and you can see a good amount of storage space for off-road stuff. Then in here, glove box. Bam. Up at the top, you're gonna have your garage controls right there. A nice good sized little visor mirror right there. What's up? And then over to the right, you're gonna notice that you have your trunk release right there. And then on top of that, you have your controls for your sunroof, which this has that. A full panoramic sunroof moonroof. Well, let me open this all the way. There you go. So it's got plenty of sunlight in here for people who like the natural light. So let's talk about driving experience. When it comes to SUVs like this, I've driven them time and time again, and I love the 3.6 in this. Like I said, it's not slow, but it's definitely no speed demon. You're not gonna have any problems. This new redesign, limited blind spots, the transmission is tried and true, very smooth. I mean, it shifts just fine. Everything about this feels great. On road, I'm happy with this. I think that the tires do add a little bit of road noise, but not enough to take away from the driving experience every day, which most people will love. And if you really want to, just take these tires off and put on something more street friendly. I mean, that's always an option, and then save these for when you do actually need Wrangler tires to go off-road. But otherwise, the looks, the feel, everything about this is great. This has my full recommendation. I love this a lot. And if it wasn't for already having a Grand Cherokee and not ever needing the off-road goodies, trust me, this would be on my list. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, and I will see you on the next one.